Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Canada versus the United States in the 2025 CONCACAF Nations League third place match, the Tariff War, the Tariff Derby, the Elbows Up match, the Potash Derby, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. Whatever you want to call it. Here we go. Third place match. We'll get going though. Not exactly looking forward to this being the case, but what can you do? Third place match. I say 3-0 Canada. U.S. players don't even look like they want to be there. Canada contra Estados Unidos en la tercer puesto partido de la Liga de Nations de la CONCACAF. Starting 11s are as follows for Canada. In goal, we have Dane St. Clair. The back four of Alphonso Davies, Derek Cornelius, Moise Bombito, Alistair Johnston. Honestly, if they lose, I won't be. It's a third place match. Unless we get our ass kicked. But if it's like 1-0, I'll be like, whatever. It is what it is. Tajon Buchanan, Ishmael Kone, Matthew Chouanier, Ali Ahmed, Jonathan David, Tani Oluwaseyi. Honestly, my anger levels are not even high enough for me to get pissed off at this point. The gas tank is empty, so to speak. Starting 11 for the USA, Matt Turner, Tim Weah, Karen Carter-Vickers, Mark McKenzie, Joe Scally, Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, Diego Luna, Christian Pulisic, Max Arfston, and Patrick Agamang. Thank you. But we're going to find out. Here we go. Elbows up. I think they want to play this game. I think as soon as the USA went down in the semifinals, they wanted to throw the game so they could play the Tariff War. If the USA made the final, they would have went to the final. I think Canada just did what they had to do. I think they made it look like they tried. I'm not sure. That's the problem. I think it's straight to penalties, but let me check. Teams are about to walk out. Here we go. Let me check. Regulations. They're about to play the anthems. And we'll sing the anthems once it goes. Here we go. Format and structure. I think that'll do it. That's the NYCFC result yesterday. Honestly, y'all got away with a point. Here we go. See who they go for first. What anthem they'll go for first before we push on. Yep. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. All right. U.S. anthem next. But let's see. Extra time will be played if both teams are tied at the end of regular time. Further to the above, extra time is to be played. Yeah, sounds to me it's just extra time. I prefer maple syrup. Elbows up. Vince. How we doing? I think it sounds like extra time for all 4 matches of this little mini tournament. So if it's tied, yeah, extra time. That's stupid. I'm mad that they didn't blow it. Everybody else went to extra time, but Italy didn't because Italy sucks. That's what happens when you go down 3-0 in the first half. They needed 4. Dear God. Here we go. Game's about to start. We'll get it going. Starting line for Canada, Dane St. Clair, Johnston, Bombito, Cornelius, Davies, Ahmed, Koenig, Chouanier, Buchanan, David Aluashay. Excuse me. Interesting. I mean, if you want to, that's up to you. We'll also review this game, then we'll be live for the final as well between Panama and Mexico. Referees. So we're doing both games. Yeah. They put a crappier game on Sunday Night Soccer just for the USA to play at the same time. You played yourself. Well, I guess not. I don't know. Katia Garcia is the referee tonight, the center ref tonight. VAR referees, Guillermo Pacheco, the VAR referee. Yep. It could have. But since the USA lost to Panama, Canada through the semifinals, so they could have the tariff war. Seems like that's what they care more about anyway. Well, good. Matt Turner, Scally, Carter Vickers, Mackenzie, Arston, Adams, McKenney, Wayo Luna, Pulisic for the USA, and Agamang up top. They didn't start with Brian Watt. Huh, interesting. Interesting. Game's about to kick off. Here we go. Honestly, I'm shocked that it happened. They've been talking about this for months, and then James finally runs his mouth about, oh, FIFA helped Messi win the Copa. Who's going to score? I say Jonathan David, Oluwaseyi, and Promise comes on and scores. So, there you go. Tariff Classico. Well, I wish it was the final, but here we go. And we're off. USA playing forward. Don't allow a goal in the first minute, guys. That's the first thing. Throw in for, or free kick for Canada. Looks like they'll do a little bit better, but Alawalense's getting snubbed from Club World Cup. Well, technically the team to get added in is the highest ranked American club in the CONCACAF ranking. Like, I think there can't be more than, now there can be more than 2 Mexican clubs. Like, once you have the actual winners of the tournaments, like, you can't have an extra spot for a team who doesn't. Well, Seattle already won a tournament, but Miami got put in. I got on TUDNA. I didn't even have. I put it on TUDNA. 0-0, settle. It's also on One Soccer TSN in Canada, Paramount Plus. Should America take Leon spot or Columbus Crew? Columbus Crew. Or LAFC, considering they were the ones who actually lost to them. But playing forward. There goes Buchanan. Offside. How we doing, Hans? Welcome. It's been a while. Headed away. Oh, that should be a free kick. Surprised it wasn't. That's out for a throw for the USA. Yeah. Does technically mean more. Third minute. Who brings more money, America or Columbus? Well, America, of course. Nice play. Cornelius. Playing forward. Over the top. Buchanan. Cross into the box. Cleared. It's out for a throw for the Canadians. Leroy Jenkins. Well, good for them. He just ran in. Oh my God, he just ran in. Stick to the plan. If they don't call the Pirate, no, they won't make the playoffs. If they call the Pirate, we'll see. I say yes. But as it currently stands, no. As everything currently stands, no. Fourth minute. Nobody got the Leroy Jenkins reference. Come on. Fifth minute. And that's a throw-in for the USA. I used to want to win the Nations League like you, but then I took an arrow to the knee. Free kick. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think Canada gifted them the win. They wanted to play the Terror War the whole time. They didn't care what game it was, but as soon as the USA choked, Canada made themselves choke so they could play the Terror War, the third place match. You can't change my mind. Because that matters more than a trophy to the Canadians. Elbows up matters more than a trophy. Whether right or wrong, it does. Playing forward. I think it'll be New Zealand. For some people, yes. And Davies is down. Shit. Holding his leg. Davies is down, holding his knee. Please don't tell me he's... Oh, no. They choke all the time. That's why. Please don't tell me Davies. He pulled off the tackle. He's holding his knee. Please don't tell me. Well, it was in Canada's box, so... Austin hangs on. New Caledonia, he's walking. That's the good news. Davies is walking. That's the good news. Here we go. Davies is walking. That's the good news. Oh, and they're just showing Scott Kennedy get dunked on the TUDNA stream while we're waiting for them to start play again. Of course. Because you just got dunked on. You know, New Zealand might have a chance. Come on, New Zealand might have a chance. Playing forward. Davies is back on. Good. Oh, Lord. I was hoping it wasn't. How we doing, Adam? I think New Zealand can make it out of the group. Wouldn't shock me if they did. At the World Cup, it wouldn't shock me if they did. New Zealand's better than you think. Oh, okay, we're good. It was just short-term lag. Okay. Spain and Netherlands is 5-5. What? Playing forward. Ali Ahmed. Cross. Oh! And it goes way too high, and it's out for 0-0, 9th minute. Corner. It is a corner. Today I feel... 3-3, let's go. Today I feel... Chouanier with a corner. Today I feel... Elbows up. Cross in. Header. Ahmed plays it for Chouanier. Chouanier crosses in. No, because one, it's not a cup final. Second of all, people were more worried about it's a free kick for the USA. I don't know exactly what the hell he was thinking. And Johnston's about to do some dumb shit to get himself another yellow card. And player down hurt. Bro, today I feel a migrant worker. Bro. I feel like someone's getting slide tackled. Elbows up! Elbows up! And Davies is down as well. At least he played for a couple of minutes, so it's not like elbows up. Again. Yeah, I guess they're going to pull Davies. It should have been, honestly. And they're going to bring on Knight LaBelle. Attendance is low at the game at SoFi. I'm not surprised. It has to be. No, it's Segor, actually. Segor's coming on. Should have checked the numbers for it. Segor coming on for Davies. Well, yeah, but he got injured playing for the Devils, so it's not the Four Nations that did it. It's the fact that Wes McCauley's an asshole to Sheldon Keefe. 0-0. 12 minutes in, Segor comes on for Davies. Honestly, that can't be that. It ain't that bad. 0-0. 12th minute. 0-0. Davies is going straight down to the tunnel. That's not good news. I think Blitzo and Pacharo are doing hell of a boss lore again. I think. 13th minute. Playing forward. Cleared away. Let's see. Corner. Probably. No. Agamong started. Plays it. Cross in. Header. Way wide. Cross in. Why is the stadium empty? Because nobody cares. People say CONCACAF plays games in the U.S. to make money, but it doesn't look like it to me. True. New Zealand's been there before, but they had to win the playoff to get there. This is true. 3 p.m. Central. Okay. Oh, yeah, you are, Dutch. Right, I forgot. Yeah. Of course it is. It's Mexico. Even if it's Panama, it's still Mexico. I thought so too, but I guess nobody gives a shit about a third place match, even if it is a USA game in Canada. Yep. And if Toronto weren't screwed, they'd have 2 points instead of 1. What can you do? So, 16th minute. They should have this game in Toronto or Minneapolis. Yeah, exactly. I think the centralized locations aren't too smart. Throw in for the USA at this point, like, depending on what it is. But then again, you need the timing and then. So 17th or 16th minute, headed on. Canada trying to find it. th minute, Canada trying to find it. Can they get the leading goal? We're going to find out. It's going to penalties. Oh, Netherlands, yes. Who do you think will replace Leon in the Club World Cup? Probably America. Alawalense was being loudmouths. It could be them. I don't think it'll be Columbus or LAFC. It'll probably be America because, of course, by rules it shouldn't be, but ain't nothing. A little money won't stop FIFA from disagreeing or ignoring the rules. As long as you have the money, they'll ignore the rules. Ask Saudi Arabia. Ask Sepp Blatter in general. Playing forward. Alawalense doesn't deserve a Club World Cup spot. Technically, if you want to go into the rules, like there has to be a Central American team from CONCACAF to take the spot. USA has 2 teams. Mexico has Monterrey, Pachuca, and so they have 2. Seattle and Miami. That's 4. Technically, they should get the spot. If you want to go by the rules, they technically should get the spot, in theory. Because they're the highest ranked Central American team. In theory, they should get the spot. They won't, but in theory, they should. But again, I'm sure FIFA will just ignore the rules for America. They won't even give it to LAFC or Columbus. Of course, because why wouldn't they? Technically, the host team is a totally different thing than the CONCACAF teams, but in theory, technically the host slot being a USA slot technically means you could have 2 American teams from the CONCACAF slots, and it's still fine. Now, but there shouldn't be more than 2 Mexican teams. So, playing forward, 19th minute. Exactly. I feel like James saying what he said about Argentina is what really screwed Leon. I don't think it was the dual ownership. FIFA just remembered, oh, wait, they both own each other, right? No, Lewis Morgan got hurt. That's what happened. I mean, right now, Montreal could be just as bad. Now, what I will say is if we fixed our offense, I think we're better off. If we fixed our offense and actually had an offense that could create offense, our defense would look a lot better in comparison. I don't think we're as bad off as it looks. That's the problem. The problem is I don't think Toronto's as bad off as they look. That's the problem. It's not like they're run ragged or they're actually horrible. They just, their offense can't create anything, and the defense has to be perfect. And the more the defense has to be perfect, the more they screw up. I think it's more mental than anything. It looks bad because it looks bad, but throw in for Canada, Croatia, France, PKs. Holy shit, all the games in Europe are going to PKs, except for Italy, because Italy sucks. Portugal, no, Portugal's going to win outright. France, Croatia, penalties. Spain, Netherlands, penalties. Throw in, header down. Kone, shot! Oh! Saved by Turner. Almost. Damn it. But Italy will miss the World Cup again. If they miss the World Cup with this many teams, they need to delete their franchise or delete their federation. I'm done. 22nd minute. It's crazy. Playing forward, 2-2. Was about to freak out. I can't believe, of course. Throw in for the USA. Here we go. Playing forward, 2-2. How's the Croatia game going? 3-2 for the Netherlands. How will you react if Italy fails to qualify for 26? I'm going to crash out. You want to crash out? Just wait till Italy screws it up. You want to crash out that probably rivals my biggest crash outs? Yeah, no. Just wait for Italy to screw up for 26. Like, I think I'll actually cover Italy World Cup qualifiers at this point, especially if it's the playoffs. I'll certainly cover them in the playoffs if they go to the playoffs. If it's make or break, I'll cover it. And if not, and if they break, I will crash out. What, you thought the Italy Euro crash out was bad? You thought that was a crash out? You ain't seen none yet. You think the Mexico game was a crash out? No. We could ratchet it up to 20. Cross in. Header over the bar. We could ratchet it up to 20. Croatia and France is in penalties. Delete the damn federation. That's what it means. You can't make a 48-team World Cup. Delete the federation. Quit. You're done. Corner for Canada. I say 3. 2-2 for Croatia. France on pens. Headed away. Segor picks it up. Cross in. Header. Ahmed. Segor. Canada hasn't played too badly. I'd say they're slightly the better team. But this time, the lucky part is they haven't allowed a goal in the first minute. Elbows up. Elbows up, baby. Elbows up. Oh. Over the top. Run on it, Buchanan. Come on, Tajon. Come on, Tajon. Aye. Ahmed. Shot. Blocked. Shot. Goal. Is it? Tani Oluwaseyi scores a goal for Canada. 1-0. 1-0. Tani Oluwaseyi. Goal. Puts in the rebound. It lands at Oluwaseyi's feet. And he slots it home. Yes. 1-0. Elbows up. Tani Oluwaseyi. Boom. Onside as well. He is onside. Tani Oluwaseyi. Elbows up. '27th minute, 1-0. Lovely. Goal for Canada. He was onside. Don't even try. Ah, shit. I think it's on. Yeah, I think they would have played differently. They should have got it, but they never were going to give it. He was onside. Are you kidding me? I don't think he was off. I don't think it was a foul either, so pissed and pissed. The longer they look at this, the more scared I am. Still looking at it. I think he's on. I didn't see a foul. And it is a goal. It counts. It is a goal. It counts. Canada's up 1-0 on the USA. Yellow card for Scally. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. 5-4 for Spain. Damn it. Tariff war for Canada. Let's go. Up 1 in the tariff war, baby. Technically 1.5 because something called a... Oh. Joe Scally gets a yellow card, 30th minute. 1-0, 1-0. Toronto, Canada. Toronto. No, Canada. Toronto wouldn't be up 1-0 in the first place. '30th minute. Do you think this Mexico could beat this USA team right now? Yes. Yes, they could. If they could beat this Canada team, they could certainly beat this USA team. It's a yellow card, not a red. Wait, you're fine. You're fine. It was a yellow. I don't think he deserved it in the first place. I think it was kind of soft, but you know, whatever. VAR, what is it good for? But Canada's been out playing the U.S. all game, so. Win the tariff war, baby. Clear it, Alistair. Good. Tajon in the center of the pitch. Figure it out. Go, go, go. It's right to Turner. Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah. Same exact way they beat Canada. Raul Jimenez single-handedly beat them. But I think he meant on a neutral field-ish. Neutral field. So. Josie's right. 2014 smokes this team. I think he's right, too. Netherlands lost. Hate that for you. How's Croatia doing? How's Croatia doing? I could just look at FOT Mob. Let's see. Croatia, it's 2-2 right now. It's 2-2 right now. With France going second. France missed 1 penalty. Croatia's missed 2. So France still could have the lead. Isn't Croatia good at penalties? Shit. Baturina missed. Mbappe scored. Moro scored. Tchouameni scored. Ivanovic missed. Koundé missed. Pasalic scored. And France. Randall Kolomuani scored. Kolomuani has scored. Free kick crossed in. So it's 3-2 Kolomuani. So Croatia has to score and hope France misses just to go to sudden death. '14 World Cup qualifying Mexico or the current Mexico? 2014 World Cup qualifying Mexico, I think, personally, would win. But '14. 3-2 for France. Yep. Looking at the FOT Mob. Saved by Dane St. Clair. Elbows up. Oh, no. What was Ahmed doing? Free kick for USA. Playing forward. 3-2 for France. Right now it's 3-3. Jakic scored. And Hernandez to take the final penalty. Well, the same thing happened for the USA players, except I guess they're a little bit more iconic. But it's the same for the US. Shot! Agamong scores! Patrick Agamong scores. It's 1-1. 1-1. Oh, shit. Patrick Agamong puts it away. 1-1. Uno. And he was onside. Oh, Theo Hernandez missed a penalty. Where the hell did my hat go? It's going to be chippy. Canada was outplaying them. They allow a goal. We can't win for losing. Ain't over till it's over. Panama have a chance at all? Probably not. Patrick Agamong scores. '36th minute. He is quality, but I hate that he scored. I think he's a damn good quality player. I just hate that he scored. 1-1. Not surprised. And Croatia wins the shootout. Coletta Carr wins. Scores it. 4-3. I know. I saw the equalizer. You're late. 37th minute. Wake up, Canada. Don't. I just don't want this to go to extra time. I need to do the damn review for this stupid match. It's going to be way too tight if this goes to extra time. I hope there's straight to penalties, but it sounds like it isn't. Because for some dumbass reason, even the third place match goes to extra time. Because for some dumbass reason. Why does the third place match go to extra time? That makes no sense to me. Like, why? I just want it to go straight to penalties. Copa did it straight to penalties. Who cares? I need to do the review for this stupid match. Because it's Canada. I can't not review it. Be too damn tight if this goes to extra time. I'm more pissed off about that than Canada being tied. It's the fact this could go to extra time. I know there's another 45 minutes, but still. That's what I'm more pissed off about, to be real. I just want this to end in 90 minutes. If I'm being real. Free kick for Canada, 38th minute. Playing forward. Free kick for Canada again. Yeah, honestly, Dane St. Clair is an ass goalkeeper. Can we go back to Crapeau? Like, Dane St. Clair is ass. He is no number one for Canada. I should say he's ass at international level. Fair. I want Crapeau back. The shot was at him, and he didn't save it. He's ass. He ain't ready for international level, but no, Jesse Marsh is like, he plays well in Minnesota. Arguably, he screwed us in the first match, and he screwed us here. Well, at least I should get good views for 2 of those games. If I cover those friendlies. Especially if they're played in Japan and Africa, I should be able to cover those. I don't know about Egypt, but I know Japan and Morocco will be interesting. Cross in, header. Kone chips it over. Yeah. Unless Canada's playing at the same time. Honestly, that's a perfect comparison. Dane St. Clair is Robert Sanchez. Thank you. That is actually a good comparison. His hands are made of fondue. 40th minute. Throw in for Canada. '40th minute. Well, there you go. They did. Croatia won on penalties. They did. Croatia won on penalties. Unless some crazy shit happened. Oh. Oh, no, they didn't. Stanisic missed and Upamecano scored. Actually, you're right. No, they actually had to take another penalty. Teo missed. Kaleta scored. France had one. They scored. Okay, no, my bad. Oh, right. Croatia went first. That was my bad. Free kick for Canada. No, they did win. They did win. Yes. And I can't believe people on TFC, around TFC, are like, he deserves a retroactive Coach of the Year award for having Canada or Toronto so close to the playoffs. That wasn't him. By the way, they only won one in their last 7 before he left, by the way, just so you know. Just so you know. Mexico aren't the kings of CONCACAF. If anything, Raul Jimenez is. Are we really still going to say Mexico's a good team? If Vasco figured out how to stem the bleeding, good job. He could put freaking gauze on them. Good job. They aren't even that good. Blocked away. Hell no. Hell no. There are people that I trust who aren't the Pirate. Canada scored first. Oluwaseyi. There are people who aren't the Pirate that I trust for Toronto, but Tata Martino sure ain't one. Throw in. Besides, Indian Argentina because his family. Save. David just hits it right at the hands of Matt Turner. Free kick for USA. They're wrong. Raul Jimenez is back. Mexico is not back. Because they knew they'd get a free trophy as long as they won the semifinals. That's why. Honestly, Columbus or LAFC, but it's going to be America for reasons, of course. Wow. Yellow card for Bombito. Mexico played like champions. They didn't play like champions. Raul Jimenez did. And Jesse Marsh was a dumbass for playing Jonathan Osorio and Kyle Larin. Oluwaseyi scored. Good. See? Kyle Larin's washed up and Jonathan Osorio's washed up. I feel like he threw that damn game. He wanted to play the USA for the tariff bullshit. Tariff war, baby. That means more than a trophy. Unless the USA was in the final, then we could play for both. But no. I feel like he threw that semifinal. Let's be real. Cross cleared. Cornelius clears. Like, playing Oso, you have to know that man is washed up. Playing forward. Raul proved he's the best in CONCACAF. Now I'll agree with that. But I think Jesse Marsh wanted to play the Tariff War. That's exactly what I just said. Cross in. Luna gets to the ball. I agree. That's how washed up he is. No, Canada played the better game. They just couldn't score. They just couldn't score. Yeah. Well, I think FIFA knows how to say bullshit about the money. Or bullshit about the rules as long as they get the money. Yes. 3 minutes of stoppage time. When did Brandon Vasquez go back to the MLS? During the winter. Corner. Yeah, but not as dominant as they used to be. Top of the box. Who made it the furthest in the Copa America out of the CONCACAF teams? Oh, yeah, right. Canada. It's a different world. And that's part of the reason why I think they threw the damn game. But it's believable because it's Mexico. It's believable because it's Mexico. It's believable because it's Mexico. 46 minute. It's been playing smellier. I think Canada's been the better team. It's hard that they're tied. I don't think they even think about it anymore, to be real. 48th minute. Di Michelis didn't like Brandon Vasquez. That's what happened. Yep. Lewis is right about Poch. What do we know? Oh, Lewis is right about Poch. 47th minute. Cesar Montes returning tonight. I don't know. Haven't heard anything. 48th minute. There it is. And it's halftime. 1-1 at the half. Medio tiempo 1-1. I'm not happy with it. Raul Santi. 1-1 at the half. Wake up, Canada. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me please just check. Oh no, it is just a penalty shootout. No, it is just a penalty shootout for the third place match if it's tied. Good. We just go straight to a penalty shootout if it's still tied. Okay, yep, this is this year's. So it is just extra time, or it is penalties. That's the good news. I say 3-0. 3-0. Mexico. Yeah, but that was when DiMichele started turning on him. DiMichele started not using him in the first place. So it is just penalties if this is tied. That's the good news. Well, that means so we'll take a short break at the half. Talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, be back. Back for the stats, the half. Yeah, I agree with that. They need to respect the U.S. Open Cup more. I agree with that. Stats the half. 46% possession to 54% possession. 4 shots to 1. 2 shots on goal to 1. 137 accurate passes, 78%. 165, 80%. 9 fouls to 8. 2 corners to 1. 4 shots to 1. 2 shots on goal to 1. 176 passes to 206. 78% pass accuracy to 80. We have 14 throws to 15. 2 offside to 3. 1 yellow card to 1. 0 red cards to 0. 1-1 at the half. Uno, miro tiempo. Honestly, I think Canada's been the better team. I think it's sad they're tied. I think Canada's been the better team. I think Canada wants it more. I think it sucks they're tied. I really do. So we'll see what happens, but I think Canada's done better. I think Canada overall has been the better team, even if they've had less possession. I think they've been the better team. So, with that being said, see how that goes, but I think Canada wants this more. And we'll see how the rest of it goes. But we got 45 minutes, and then it seems like it'll go straight to penalties. As far as I've read, it seems like it'll go straight to penalties if it's still tied after 90 plus. But we'll find out. We'll see how the second half goes. Second half, soon to start. I will say Diego Luna has shown out for the USA, though. But what if Podge played all the European players on Thursday just to knock them down a peg and he could play more MLS players who actually deserve to play? Or just because maybe a third place match. Either way. Here we go. They're bringing on Marlon Fossey, I'm guessing. Yeah, Marlon Fossey looks like he's about to come on for the USA. Marlon Fossey is coming on for Joe Scally. So they're taking him off because he's on a yellow. Who's the player for Canada? It looks like Tajon Buchanan. Tajon Buchanan. And we're off. Second half. 45 more minutes, and I think we go straight to penalties. 1-1. Wikipedia's right. We go straight to penalties for this match if it's tied after 90. Which makes more sense because it's the third place match. Nobody wants extra time during a third place match. Come on. Over the top. .46th minute. Let's see where this goes. But it shouldn't take longer than about 7:15. No. So about an hour to make the video. Throw in for Canada. Cesar Montes is back for this game. Good. For the final. Yes. And Mackenzie's down. I didn't know they had that, but okay. I'll take it. .48th minute. Canada playing forward. Wide to Buchanan. Tajon still has the ball. Segor. Back to Bombito. Over the top. Header. Goal kick. .49th minute. Kone plays it back. Like it is to say something that the only goal the USA's created throughout this tournament has been MLS players assisting and scoring. It is to say something that the European-based players couldn't do that. Plays through, goes down. No penalty. Stadium isn't packed again. Goal kick. Probably. David thinks he got fouled. Let's see. Adams, Tyler Adams. He doesn't get the ball, but he doesn't get David either. This one, no, not so much. I don't think this one's a penalty. I'd like for them to give it just to give us one back, but no. No. No, that's not. No. Canada's complaining for no reason. I don't know. He didn't get touched and the ball didn't get touched. It was, he dived straight up. Nah, I don't like the call. Or I don't like Canada going nuts over this. It's a dive, folks. That's a dive, folks. Goal kick, right call. '50th minute. Play on. As it should be, because no. Unlike the John Freeman call, which that is a similar play. See, look at this. The David foul, what they thought, I thought it was a visa issue, but it might have been, I thought it was a visa issue. But either way, I mean, if they did it in St. Vincent, miss. Oluwaseyi over the bar. Miss. I mean, it's possible. Wow. Possible. How do you, man, that they're going to regret that one. Canada's going to regret that one. Ay, ay, ay. 52nd minute. If John Freeman was the referee tonight, that would have been a penalty. He would have went to VAR and gave it as a penalty because that's the same play that Toronto got screwed on. So I could troll and say, hey, that should be a penalty because that's what Toronto got screwed on. Or no, because it's not. And I didn't think it was last night. So because the European players don't give a shit. Oh, really? '53rd minute. One. Go. Jonathan David making a run. Jonathan David goes down. And it's going to be a forward play for the U.S. Open Cup. I would say striker-wise, Jonathan David does disappear a little bit too much for Canada, but Promise David's there. Oluwaseyi scored. I'd say they need to practice finishing, but I don't think they're totally... Goalkeeping-wise, Jesse made that one himself. Jesse made that issue themselves, and Jesse Marsh got a red card. Talking too much shit. But goalkeeping-wise, it's on Jesse Marsh for starting Dane St. Clair over a Crapeau. So, no and no. Start Crapeau, you'll be fine. Striker-wise, no, that's no foul. That's no foul. He got in front of him, no foul. Yeah, Jonathan David's choked twice. Why does he disappear like that? God. Jesse Marsh gets a red card. Get off the field, Jesse. Get off the field, Jesse. Get off the field. Come on. So he's going to miss the first game of the Gold Cup at the bench. So he's going to be suspended for the first game of the Gold Cup on the bench. So there's that. Yeah, I agree with that. Jesse Marsh, I'm starting to question you a little bit. Really? They're not playing it at the National Stadium. They're playing it at Sabana Park. Okay, that's something. Like, that game's not big enough to play at the National Stadium. Okay. Yeah, Jesse's pissed. They got the camera on Jesse walking down the tunnel. Damn TUDNA. Yeah, he should be, because that was totally clean. That was totally clean. The first one was more of a penalty than the second one. And even then, only because that's what Toronto got screwed on last night. The first one that could have been a pen that they were complaining about, all of them, that was closer, only because John Freeman called that a penalty last night on Toronto. If we're going by John Freeman's rule book, that's a penalty. If we're going by Katia Garcia's rule book, it's not. If you're going by mine, it's not. Anybody else who has eyes, no, it's not. Well, they ain't going to be playing in Mexico and Edmonton. Oh, God, Mauro Biello's the coach now. No, we're going to lose this game. I just realized we're screwed. Mauro Biello's coaching now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, if anybody on the bench in Canada is watching this, somebody tell them to put this stream on and put in their earbud. I could coach this team better than Mauro Biello, but okay. Oh, God. No! Damn it, Jesse just screwed up. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Arston, Luna, and Agyemang are playing so much better than any European player that played on Thursday. Well, it wasn't handball either, but I agree. I mean, that was a clean tackle by Arston. I agree. AKA, call the pirate. Basically, call the pirate, yes. I'd rather Stalteri coach than Biello if we're gonna go with people on the bench. Or the guy who used to work for Toronto. Well, Stalteri and you know what? You got a point. You know what? You got a point. Soccer guy, you have a point. And what the hell? What's Jesse doing now? Why they got the camera on him? Where's he going? Goldberg. Sorry, that's what that reminded me of, was Goldberg's entrance. Goldberg. That shot reminded me of Goldberg's entrance. Insert Goldberg's theme. Belize isn't playing. So, 59th minute. Plays forward. In through. David! Goal! Jonathan David! 2-1 Canada! Goal! Canada! Elbows up! Jonathan David! Elbows up! 2-1! 2-1! What a shot, baby! What a shot! Oh, Canada! Oh, baby! Jonathan David! He showed up now! What a shot! Elbows up! Elbows up! What a run! Boom! Ha ha! 59th minute. 2-1. Boom. What a goal. He showed up now. Oh. What a shot. Well, I mean, Diego Luna doesn't. Max Arfsten doesn't. Patrick Agamong doesn't. Maybe the European players are ass, but, you know, they don't care. The European players don't care, but seems to me that the MLS players are actually trying. Seems to me that maybe you shouldn't just play a European player because they play in Europe, but what do I know? Sounds like players down on the side for Canada. Blocked away. Hope Canada gets 2 more. Like, I have to give credit. I have to give credit to Diego Luna, Max Arfsten, and Patrick Agamong. All 3 of them have had such good games. Like, they're the only reason the USA is this close. Like, the only reason the USA is close to beating Canada is because of Diego Luna. He set up the goal. Agamong scored. Max Arfsten has had a really good match. That's the only reason this game is as close as it is. If they weren't playing, this would be over already. Like, 2-1's a fair score line. But the USA, if they keep doing what they're doing, those 3 guys, we'll see what Brown White does when he comes on. But this game's a lot closer because of them. They've had such a good performance. If anything, there's a positive for the USA is those 3 guys. Like, they've had a really good performance, all 3 of them. Luna, Agamong, and Arfsten to a lesser extent. But yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Mexico's World Cup home kit will reportedly feature a golden retro logo inspired by the one used from 78 to 86. The kit will be predominantly green, with red and white detailing and a tricolor stripe in the middle. Huh, interesting. I don't know why Mexico is just 2-1 Canada. Blame Canada. Wait, did South Park call it again? Wait, did South Park just call it even though it was 20-some years ago? (2-1). Weah plays it on. Agamong. Pulisic. Pulisic loses the ball. And it's a free kick because Agamong goes down off the ball. I didn't know that either. They put syrup on the ball. 64th minute. Pulisic normally at least tries. He really doesn't want to play. Yeah, because why? I mean, I get it. It's a 3rd place match. Why would you try when you've won 3 in a row? Because Canada's defense really was asleep when that goal was scored. I mean, that's exactly what. But, I mean, I understand it to a certain extent. You've won 3 in a row until now. 2-1 Canada. 2-1 Canada. 65th minute free kick. Like, but think about it, though. I understand it. Because the USA's won 3 straight Nations Leagues. You're in a game you've never played before. Why would you want to play a 3rd place game? If you can't go 4 in a row, why would you care? Like, I get it. To a certain extent, I get it. Shot. Through the wall and wide. Goal kick. Turns out, no, corner. No, it is a goal kick. But the USA thought it was a corner. Captain America, my ass. What did I say about Christian Pulisic? Soccer guy, are you still here? What was the quote again? Oh, God, Kyle Laren's coming on. No. No. Why won't you cap tie promise? Schaffenberg's coming on, though, so that's good. Schaffenberg's coming on. That's good. But Kyle Laren, are we smoking? Oh, it's Biello. Oh, yeah, Biello's coaching this game. I forgot. Yeah, from now on. Gio Reyna, Tanner Tessman, and Yunus Musa are coming on for the USA. I don't know if that's a good idea, to be real. I like Gio Reyna, but it's a third-place match. Okay. They're going to sub on Reyna, Tessman. I don't know if that's a good idea. Two teams that shouldn't be here. Yeah, this should be the final. And Pulisic has room to run. Bombita or Kone gets there. Free kick for USA. Yellow card. Yeah. Is Canada doing well? Yeah, they're winning 2-1. But a free kick for the USA. And Kone gets a yellow to stop the break. He finally tried. Well, I mean, it was a breakaway. Finally tried. 66 minute is what he gets. What's your thoughts on Oakland Coliseum being a cricket field? Of course, I guess they're using it for something, but the Athletics should still be in Oakland. Those are my thoughts. John Fisher's a jackass. Those are my thoughts. The Oakland Athletics should still be in Oakland. That's my thoughts. Ricky Henderson is rolling in his grave. Those are my thoughts. Musa's come to play. Well, yeah, he hadn't even come on yet, though. Free kick taken. Header cleared. Canada. Oh. Way up. Shot blocked. Good tackle. Well, let's just be clear. Is Pochettino really that good of a coach? Or is it the fact that he's not that good of a coach? But is it also the fact that the USA academy system and player growth is not good enough? The pay for play hurts everything. The way that academies are built. Like, it's a lot of the lower level stuff, like the grassroots, that ruin the U.S. Soccer Federation as itself. So, of course. Well, yeah. Somebody call for Gavin Newsom. I think Canada's been the better team. I think Canada's wanted it more the whole game. The fact that it's 2-1 is honestly good for the USA. What did I say about Christian Pulisic? What did I say about him? 69th minute. Pulisic's getting taken off. Good. McKennie off for Musa. Good. Tessman on. And Gio Reyna's on for Tyler Adams. Honestly, they could probably still run circles around some of these guys. He's a bum. Unless he's playing for Milan, then unless he's playing for Milan, which is ironic enough that yeah, I agree with that. You know what? Maybe Lewis was always right about Poch. The Chelsea fan Lewis. Chris Wondolowski is even better. Yeah. 70th minute. Johnston is on. 70th minute. I can't be that behind. I'm watching on TUDNA. Please tell me you're just hoping. Over the top. No, you don't. You don't want Bob Bradley back. No, you don't. But if you're going to do that, at least I could laugh at the USA if they do that. So, you don't want Bob Bradley back. Oh, no. Oh, no. But it'd be more fun to see him destroy the USA than what he was doing destroying Toronto. So, do with that what you will. But, hey, if Bob Bradley goes and destroys the USA, great. I'll enjoy watching it. I'll enjoy watching the fire. So, you know what? Sure. Take him back. I'll enjoy watching him burn it all down. Elbows up. Doja points Bob Bradley to the manager of the USMNT. Oh, yeah, they love burning things down. Elon loves burning things down, so that makes sense. Katia Garcia is the referee. She's actually a pretty good referee. Katia Garcia is actually a pretty good referee. Good in Liga MX, good internationally. Talented referee. Better than most of the pro refs I've seen. So, how we doing? Yeah, but Bob Bradley's horrible now. That was the best thing he ever did in his career, was beat Spain. But, hey, if you want, just let Elon hire Bob Bradley to coach the USMNT because he'll burn it down just like Elon's burning everything else down. Because Elon loves burning things down. Free kick for Canada. You know what? Now that I'm saying it, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. 72nd minute, blocked away. Trash free kick. Acting like John Cena has anything to do with it. Cross in. Laren. Shot. Blocked by Fossey. Header. Did Johnson get subbed off? As far as I could tell, no. Let me check. Johnston is still on. Davies got subbed off for Segor. Buchanan got subbed off for Laren. Laren came on for Louis Shea. Schaffenberg came on for Buchanan. Johnson is still on. It's good for me. It's bad for the USA because they crapped the bed again. 2 straight games against Canada. 2-1 as well. Y'all lost to frickin' Mauro Biello. By the way, you know, the goal that got scored to win the game for Canada got scored while Mauro Biello was the coach because Jesse Marsch got the red card. You lost to Mauro Biello. Put your head down. If this holds, you lost to Mauro Biello. Put your head down. Not even Jesse Marsch. You lost to Mauro Biello. Is Schaffenberg? Yeah, he's on. Schaffenberg's on. Free kick for Canada. They're getting grouped. Canada should make the knockouts, though, just like the Copa. Header! Wide, just like the Copa. U.S. will get grouped, and they can't blame anybody but their players. Canada will make it to the knockout stage, and we'll see what Mexico does. Aguirre probably could just... Aguirre and Raul could probably just carry them to the knockout stage. So, yeah, the USA is going to be the one who fails this time when nobody else, besides the other CONCACAF teams that, you know, make it. Common sense guy. Elbows up. Common sense guy. Elbows up. 75th minute. Which group stage you interested in Gold Cup? Well, what is Canada doing is my question. We'll find out on April 10th. We'll see what... The question is how much do I cover the Gold Cup and how much do I cover the Club World Cup? We'll see how the schedules fall. Elbows up. St. Lucia, Cuba. Well, Cuba might not even make the World Cup or Gold Cup at this point. They are down to Trinidad, you know. And we'll cover the second leg of that on Tuesday, by the way. Yeah, we're not covering the Belize game. We're covering the Trinidad game and the Honduras-Bermuda game. Well, they cared more about the four nations and, well, the Stanley Cup. A Canadian team hasn't won the Stanley Cup since 1993. That was your team. I hope the Leafs figure out a way to win. It would be funny to see all 7 Canadian teams make the playoffs. It won't happen because the Blues will actually make it, but I wouldn't mind if the Blues choked, so it could be all 7 Canadian teams making the playoffs. I wouldn't mind. I just hope the Leafs figure out a way to win the Stanley Cup. Be the pissed Leafs you were like for the past 3 games until you played Nashville. What the hell? I'm still pissed about last night. That was horrible. I mean, they should. They're playing in Guatemala. They should roll over them. Why they wouldn't, I don't know. But Guatemala is better than this. I don't know what happened in the first place. Like, I'm shocked they lost in the first place. Now, either you're way ahead of me or you're trying to be a soothsayer. If Saudi Arabia wins, I'm going to flip. If Saudi Arabia wins, I'm going to flip. No, they'll still be top 4 CONCACAF rankings. So, unless they fall to the top 4 of the CONCACAF rankings, which is actually the CONCACAF rankings instead of the FIFA World Rankings, it's actually the top 4 of the CONCACAF rankings. If they fall out of that, they will actually have to play the group stage, yes. I don't think that'll happen because they were number 2. They were number 1 going into the quarters, and then it was dealt by results that seeded the Nations League finals. But I don't think they'll fall out of the top 4. But as long as they're the top 4 before the draw of the next Nations League group stage, for the last, they'll be in the automatic quarterfinals. Now, it depends on what format they use. But because they're not CONCACAF. They're not CONCACAF. Like, why would you want a guest team to win the CONCACAF Gold Cup? It makes the rest of the Confederation look like shit. Brian White's coming on. Like, why would you, though? Why would you, though? Because why would you want Saudi to win? Like, it's Agamang is off for Brian White. Ooh. Like, think about it. It makes the Confederation look bad, just like if Qatar would have won the past 2 Gold Cups. It would have made the Federation look horrible. Yeah, I hate what they're doing with McLaren. Because I wanted my team to win. I'm not from CONMEBOL. I'm not Argentinian. I'm sure an Argentinian was saying the same thing I was in Spanish, saying it would look bad for CONMEBOL if Canada won. But I'm a Canada fan. Hell, I'm a CONCACAF fan. Why wouldn't I want a guest team to win the Copa? You flip it on its head, it's not our tournament. 1, it's not our tournament. Second of all, I'm not from South America. I'm from CONCACAF. I prefer Canada to win because that's my team. But if anybody else in CONCACAF won it, it would have been funny. It's the opposite viewpoint. Like, it's the viewpoint the Saudis would have had being in the Gold Cup. Like, it'd be funny if they won. It's the same viewpoint I had for the Copa. It's a different situation. It's not our tournament. 5-5. Yeah, he's sitting in the stands now, yeah. 79th minute. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Come on. Domingo Futbolero, part 1 of 2. We'll put the Domingo Futbolero tag on the thumbnail, but that's probably all I'm going to put it on for both games tonight. But it'll still be under the series. I'll be happy if Japan goes to the Gold Cup and wins it in the future. Okay, now you're making me look like a hypocrite. Now you're making me look like a hypocrite. Okay, well, if Japan was in the Gold Cup, that's a different situation, you know. I'm a fan of Japan, so as long as they won it over, I don't know, USA, I'd be happy. If they won it over Canada, I'd feel like shit. But depending on who Japan was playing, I'd be happy. Same thing with Italy. If they were playing Canada, though, I guess I win either way, but I'd prefer Canada. But if they were playing Mexico or the USA, my loyalties lie with Japan or Italy. So in that case, so you know, same thought process. But hey, at least Japan's Japan. Like even then, Saudi Arabia and Qatar, it still feels like CONCACAF's better than them. That's the insulting part. Like Italy and Japan, it's like, yeah, they're probably better than CONCACAF, you know? They're probably better than us. So if they won, it wouldn't suck as bad. Like Saudi Arabia and Qatar, they're not that good. They're not better than CONCACAF. They're just as good. Like, yeah, slightly they may be better if they have their best players, but are they really that much better? No. Japan is. Italy is. And even then, Italy, you could still argue that they aren't. But, yes. Probably not, but yeah, you're probably right, but still. They still are bigger than CONCACAF. Like, they still should win CONCACAF pretty easily. If they brought their best 11, I don't care if freaking Spalletti's a total idiot. They'd still win the tournament. They'd still win. You would think, but if they brought a B team, they probably wouldn't. Yeah, but the problem for them is they start off 3-0 down in the first half. They lost by a goal aggregate-wise, which sucks. Italy does what they did. And that'll be a throw-in for the USA, 82nd minute. These are Nike pants. What do you mean? These are Nike pants, one. Second of all, it's better to wear sweatpants than wear pajama pants on camera. And I just prefer wearing the sweatpants and putting on jorts recently. It just seems easier to put on the sweatpants and wear them for like 2 to 4 hours, depending on how much I'm doing. The jorts are a little bit, it's a little bit more, I won't say a little bit, it sounds bad, but it's a little bit more of a, I won't say squeeze, but, you know, it's a little bit, it feels like a little bit more work, you know? I could just throw these sweatpants on and good, you know? The jorts feel like a little bit more work. Feels like there's more comfort in these. Jorts are a little bit, depending on, especially also depending on which, feel a little bit tighter, but whatever. He did, that's why. I didn't watch the Italy game because this was coming on right after it. I made the right decision, sort of. When they were down on aggregate, I thought they were screwed, and then they tried to come back, but they were screwed. But then when you go down 3-0 on the night to make it 5-1 on aggregate, then, well, you were screwed anyway. So I just hope they make the World Cup. That's all I'm going to say. Nations League don't mean shit anyway. They're probably going to get killed by everybody else, by France, Spain, or Portugal. They were going to get killed by any of them anyway. So I thought Germany was a hard draw anyway. Free kick for the USA, 84th minute. I thought Germany was a hard draw anyway in the first place. Italy is, they've got problems. He's doing good. He's doing good. Spain versus Netherlands match was crazy. Yep. I mean, it's a trophy. Like, if you win the trophy, great. But people say the Nations League means more now in the Gold Cup. I'm not so sure about that. Over the top, header. Shot over the bar. Good save, but it's a corner. It was saved. 85th minute. Like, I don't know why people are like, oh, the Nations League means more now than the Gold Cup. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that thought. I don't think it makes any sense. Gold Cup has more teams and it's been played longer. Just because recently they've sent B teams to Gold Cup and sent A teams to Nations League doesn't mean anything. At least that's my opinion. But 85th minute. And sadly enough, there's a possibility of more. Oh, God, Oso's coming on. Eustachio's coming on. Good. And Oso's coming on for like the last 5 minutes for Ali Ahmed. Oso's coming on. I would agree with that. Chouinier's off for Eustachio. I would agree with that. I like both for what they are. Oso's coming on for Chouinier, or Ali Ahmed, Eustachio for Chouinier. I hope he can't ruin this game in 10 minutes. Oso. I hope he can't ruin this game in 10 minutes. At least we still have the lead. They really don't have a B team. That's the problem. Mexico really doesn't have a B team. They only have an A team. That's the problem. Eustachio for Chouinier. Ali Ahmed off for Osorio. Like this year's Gold Cup might be the first time we've seen a somewhat Mexico B team for the Gold Cup. It might be the first time we've ever seen that because of the Club World Cup. So they did it before in 2017. You could argue and say 2019 was a weaker side, but so we'll see. Do you ever trust Raul Jimenez? I mean, yeah, Raul Jimenez is the reason why Mexico will win this damn tournament. 87th minute. Johnston out for a throw. Good. Thunderstruck. That's been a while ago. 87th minute. It's been a while ago. True. Panama upset. I mean, a lot of people, it seems like they want that. I'm not sure what I want. Canada's winning, though, so that's the good news. Damn. Well, shit, people are pissed off then. Yeah, Thunderstruck was like November. I was like, that was a while ago. Like, I remember playing Thunderstruck on FIFA Mobile a while ago. Like, it's been a while. It's been a while. Now we're on freaking Code Neon or whatever. That may just be FIFA Mobile, but I think we're on La Liga and Code Neon, right? Is that still what's going on the console version? 88th minute. Guatemala better win than otherwise. Oof. I guess what happens when you lose to Guyana out of nowhere. Makes me wonder if that was just a bad night or if they were actually horrible. Yeah, so now he's going to get loaned to frickin' Pachuca or something. That's what makes sense. What are your predictions for Mexico's group at the Gold Cup? I can't really predict it considering we don't really know the format of the groups or the fact of who's going through. Big Guyana, you know. 89th minute. Well, the bad news is we go straight to penalties if they score. Weah. Out for corner. 89th minute. 1 minute plus stoppage time to go. Corner for the USA. Why doesn't the USA take the Gold Cup seriously? Because the Nations League is what they take more seriously. Cross in. Because those European players are... Shot! Good block! Oh, my. That might have just saved the game for Canada. Matt Turner has the ball. 30 seconds. 30 seconds for stoppage time. Header down. And Oso is nowhere near it. Diego Luna. Good step by Eustachio, but Luna's right there. Segor steps into White. White all alone at the top of the box. And that's out for a Canadian throw with 10 seconds to go before stoppage time. 2-1 2-1. How many minutes does Canada have to play and hold on to this lead? 90th minute. How long? Good block by Canada. That might have saved it. Great tackle from Bombito. Well, he made up for the first goal then because... Well, 90th minute. How much stoppage? Show the damn plus. Offside. Yeah. How much stoppage time? We're into a minute of stoppage time. 5 minutes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep, 5 minutes. 4 more minutes to go, depending on where they started. If they started at 90, great. Maybe TUDNA was behind. We'll either go 95, 96. It depends. 1 minute down, 4 to go for a bronze medal tariff war win. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. 91st minute. Elbows up. Elbows up. Canada joins Trinidad and Tobago and Panama as teams beat USA in Nations League. When did the Trinidad game happen in Nations League? Holy. Oh, right. The away leg. Right. They beat them in the away leg. Still lost the tie. But yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. When did that happen? I was like, what? Oh, he threw it like right in the face of the referee. 2 minutes down, 3 to go. Hey, 11th province. 2-1 in Trinidad. Yep, but they lost on aggregate. Yep. And then Canada played Trinidad. Hey, 11th province. Stop your talking. Stop your talking, 11th province. Hey, I heard the 11th province talking. Stop your talking. 2-1 Canada. '93rd minute. Yeah. 2-1 2-1. 2 minutes to go. Under 2:15. Over halfway through stoppage time. '93rd minute. 2 to go. 4th territory. Well, true. You mean as much as none of it. '93-20. Weah. Luna in behind. Good block. Canada still working. Wide. It's a goal kick. The Canals of Panama. Oh, yeah. The USA's got owned by both teams Trumps ran their mouth about. I just realized Panama owned the USA and Canada has 11th province and the Canals of Panama. Swim the canal. And that doesn't. No. 94th minute. One minute to go. Goal kick. Hold on. No injuries. Nothing big. Get this thing over with. That's what I'm saying. Over the top. Bombito. Good play. Alistair Johnston heads it on to Cornelius. Be a free kick for Canada. 30 seconds. 30 seconds for a third place win. 5 minutes. Elbows up. Jesse Marsh was talking shit to the ref. Got heated. That's what he got red carded for. GG's Canada. Scarlett Johansson has to be American, right? Is that what they're doing here? I don't know. I saw Mike Myers. I know he's Canadian. 95th minute. Because Mike Myers just had to add Mark Carney. Prime Minister Carney. '95th minute. But hey, at least Canada wins the tariff war. Oh, foul, throw in. And here comes the fight. Throw punches. There you go. Here comes the fight. Elbows up, elbows up. And we're going over 96 minutes. Gio Reyna gets a yellow card. That's all he could do. I didn't even know that was a thing. I live under a football painted rock, so I didn't even know that was a thing. Peak CONCACAF. Peak tariff war. Free kick for Canada. This should be the last kick of the game, somewhat. Plays through. Laren. Laren takes it to the corner. And it's full time. 2-1. Canada wins. Oh, Canada. Oh, baby. 2-1. 2-1 esta noche. Canada ganar. Tercer puesto partido. Canada wins the third place medal and wins. And wins the tariff war. Elbows up. Elbows up. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of this match. And then I'll see you for the final. For the Panama-Mexico stream. By the time that video's up, the Panama-Mexico stream might be just about to start. So, won't be that long. Honestly, agreed. With that being said, see you later. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. Let's go!